So I'm kind of fed up of all this knife crime and gun crime on the streets, and I'm fed up of young people not being responsible for their actions. I'm also fed up of adults who are not helping young people, because young people need the help and assistance they can get. Because young people need education. Young people need to know the consequences of their actions. Young people walk around killing, slashing people, selling drugs, doing crime as if there's no consequence. But there is a consequence. Do you understand what I'm saying? There is a consequence, and young people need to be educated in the consequences, not that killing someone is glamorous. I spoke to a child the other day who is on a suspected murder charge, who thinks he's now famous. Yeah. And this is the thing that winds me up, is now young people are being taught that by killing, stabbing, or carrying a knife, 15-inch knife, somehow they're now famous. And so that's why I chose to talk to you today, because you spent 22 years of your life in prison for murder. Yes. And so this is the reality. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is the reality of the situation. 22 years of your life inside for murder. And it's not a walk in the park. It's not something that's simple. It's not something that you want to get involved with. It's not something you want your children to be involved with. So, but basically 22 years in prison is a long time. Tell the people about what 22 years in prison is like.
It's torture when it comes down to it. I mean, I used to think I was tough and bad, and I went to the big house, do you know what I mean? I carried on being tough. I used to have a reputation. Everyone used to know me, do you know what I mean? But it's like the things then that you have to endure yourself as a human being, you can't make it up. You can't make films about it. Everyone sees all these films about all the torture and stuff that happens in prison. That's real. That's true. Do you know what I mean? You're going to be in the cell. They're going to not give you your mail. Do you know what I mean? You're going to get visits. They're going to turn them away. They're going to ship you all around the country. They won't even feed you in some places. I used to be in a maximum security prison up north, and they used to push razor blades under the door, saying, "Go on, you nigger, kill yourself." Do you know what I mean? And mentally, when you're in that box, then when you ain't had no food, you're bollock naked. Do you know what I mean? There's people been on dirty protests all around you. There's shit all over the fucking walls. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got screws pushing blades under the door, saying, "Yeah, go on, you nigger, kill yourself." Do you know what I mean?
Kill yourself.
They've had me in body belts. They've drugged me up. Do you know what I mean? They have me on like all kinds of drugs, because they see that's how they control us. Do you know what I mean in there? But it's horrific. But the mental torture that you go through, and all these people that your man them, that your people that you lose them. Do you know what I mean? They're gone. They might be there for a couple of years for you. They might drop a little parcel here and there for you, but that's not big. Do you know what I mean? And all this, it's like we're talking about education. Do you know what I mean? And knowledge is power. Do you know what I mean? And people, like, we need to educate our next generation, and people need to know about the consequences of what goes on, because it's just that you might as well kill yourself now. Do you know what I mean? Instead of arming yourself and going out to kill other people, because that's what you're doing. You're killing yourself, because the maximum security prisons in this country, they're disgusting. And on a human level, every single part of it, do you know what I mean? You can't get no food when you want. You can't ring your people when you want. Do you know what I mean? You lose your loved ones. Do you know what I mean? And then on top of that, like I said, the violence, I remember years, I used to wear a towel over my head because I was quite a handful. Do you know what I mean? People used to tip hot oil over people. And you just imagine that daily when you're getting up. And as I said just before, you're going to the toilet, you're going for a shower, you've got to tool yourself up. We used to go park up in the TV room to watch the telly. Everybody in there is armed and carrying knives. And there will be a knife fight in there that day or that night. 3 or 4 people a day in a population on your wing of 75 people are getting stabbed. Do you know what I mean? And in a bad way, do you know what I mean? And the consequences of it, do you know what I mean? It's one thing what you're doing to the victims and the victims' families, you know what I mean? Because you're not just taking a life, you're taking their mum's, their dad's life, their everything, their family. Because you need to be ready for that, do you know what I mean? Because a lot of people are going out now, and they're carrying 15-inch knives, they're carrying little knives, they're going out, people are dying, and then 5, 10, 15, 20 years later, what's the end result of that? Do you want to just waste your life? Do you know what I mean?
So, Paul, if it just one last closing statement to young people before we get off this wall. One last closing statement to young people that are out there thinking that it's cool to carry a knife, cool to carry a gun, cool to body somebody. This is what I'm worried with. That's how people talk, right?
Yeah.
Just ready to body somebody. What would you say to them, just real quick?
You need to be strong within yourselves. It's like I said, you've got the strength within you to be whoever you want to be. So don't be out here and follow everybody else. I know no one's saying it's easy out here, because it's not easy out here. And I'm not just like, you can't just stick a plaster on and say it's going to go away. You know what I mean? Because it's not. But you need to be strong out here for yourselves, you know what I mean? And try and make better and different decisions for everybody, because otherwise you're going to end up like me. And I'm here now. I'm not just a one-off. There's a couple of people, we do make it out. Do you know what I mean? But it's those 20 odd years that I've done, in prison. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm lucky to be here now. Do you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, it's like you need to start educating yourselves and making better decisions about life, because this is a beautiful world. There's beautiful things out here. There's beautiful people. But if you go around like with a negative attitude, all you're
You
going to
won't see
get out
those
of other
things.
people
Yeah.
is a negative attitude.
Yeah, you
If
won't
you
see
carry a thing, they're going to carry a thing. And so I said, at some point you're going to meet and someone's going to die or someone's going to hurt, and then that's it. It's over. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, that's not what we're here for. Do you know what I mean? It's like, there's different things here. It's like, if I could have known that then, I would have never
Should
done
have
that.
made
I
different
would have never,
decisions.
I would have got myself a better pair of trainers and run. Because there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with, but you
Yeah.
think you're on the street, man's going to call you a pussy, or man's going to, there's nothing
There's
wrong
nothing
with that
wrong with-
at all. Because
yeah.
those same men that are calling you this, whatever, they're not going to be there for you. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Look at the man, them brethren and people that I had. They visit me for a few years, and I've got one person that I've known that stuck with me through, who was family. Do you know what I mean? And but otherwise, you're going to get left, and you're going to get left to rot in that environment, and you're going to die. A lot of people die. It's like I said, I've been stabbed 4 times in there, and I'm so lucky to be alive. And that's what, for me now, I feel blessed. You know what I mean? But this is the thing. You're intelligent people. Do you know what I mean? We live in a different world now. It's like when I grew up, but you're really intelligent people. So use that intelligence, educate yourself. And I'm not just saying go to school and do what, do you know what I'm saying? I mean, use your, I mean, you've got the internet, you've got everything. Be something different. You don't have to be that and change, because our younger generation change themselves. Do you know what I mean? They change themselves. It's not about me trying to lecture you. Do you know what I mean? It's like, make your own decisions. Do you know what I mean? But make a decision to live.